Hey guys, this is my 1911 Springfield Armory 45 ACP. Yeah, look at this bad boy here. I always wanted to buy a 1911 because of its history, and I did a ton of research on guns. Of course, everyone always wants to get the Colt because Colt is a great gun, and at that time I really couldn't afford to get the Colt that I wanted. So after doing a bit of research here and there on the internet, I ended up pulling the trigger on this gun, no pun intended. And I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's not what you guys would think. For most of you out there who haven't shot 45, everyone thinks, oh no, man, 45 is too much power. You get a 9 millimeter, or get a 380 or something smaller. 45, there's no need for it. But I gotta say, there is a need for this gun. And the reason why is because it's sophisticated. Yes, it's not a big hand cannon like a 44 Magnum or a 50 cal Desert Eagle. This gun here, I guess the thing that comes to mind is driving a Cadillac. I mean, you see a Cadillac and you see it's got a big V8 motor and it has 400 horsepower, and you think, man, why does somebody need that? Why does Grandpa need such a big, powerful motor? Well, you know why? Because it's smooth. Because when you're at the stoplight, you don't even hear or feel the car idle. And when Grandpa needs the power, it's there. So that's what a 45 1911 is. It's the Cadillac of the guns. When you shoot this gun, you're gonna notice that it doesn't feel like it's a 45. You shoot it, the first time I shot it, I was like, oh shit, did I shoot it? Because I was like, the trigger pull is pretty light on this. So unlike other guns, they have a breaking point where you pull the trigger, you could actually feel it. This gun, you don't. Maybe it's because of the style of the trigger. I'm sure you can customize the trigger to whatever feel you want. But this specific gun, when I shot it, I was like, whoa, was that it? So then I shot it again and I shot it again, I shot it again, and I was like, oh my God, this isn't that bad. Why is everyone bitching about a 45 having too much power? And the reason I think it is because they hear people say stupid things like, all you need is a 9 millimeter with hollow points to kill somebody. All you need is a 25 or a 32 or a 38 special or a 40 cal, which I love, and that's fine. I'm sure all those guns can get the job done, but there's something special about a 45. If you look at its history, the 45 has been in service since 1911, and they stopped using it in 1986. This gun was in World War One, World War Two, Korea War, Vietnam. This was their sidearm. When you see those older gentlemen with Korean vet hats on or Vietnam vet hats, chances are a 45 was their sidearm. So it has a long history. It's one of those guns that if you're a red-blooded American, you tend to have this fondness for it. You really respect the gun. And either you're going to understand that or you're not. Some people out there, they just say, fuck that gun, it's stupid, it's clunky. You put it on your pants and it's going to pants you because of the weight of it. And I've heard that. I've heard that from younger guys. I've heard that from older guys. But for me, this gun is more than just a gun. it's history. You know, it's Americana. It's the Detroit, automobile. It's all those things, and that's why it's a very special gun. This one here in particular was built in uh, Geneseo, Illinois, USA, Springfield Armory. This is they call it a mil spec model 1911-A1, of course, caliber 45. And I love this gun. It's never failed on me. It's never really, I mean, I had a misfire one time, and it was because I had a buddy of mine which I trusted, and we were shooting a 40 and the 45, and he went ahead and he put a 40 round in my 45. Yeah, I know, I know, idiot. But thank God that nothing bad really happened to the gun because it was a smaller round. But other than that, it's flawless. The weight of it, you don't feel that big round. You just don't. Here, as a 45 round, it is pretty damn big. It's a fat round. It's the first thing I noticed. And with this here, it's only a seven round gun. You have to be a little bit careful when you load this ones. As you can see, the magazine is metal, and after time of loading them, it could get a little bit sharp here, and you could cut your fingers. I know I have on my friend's older Colt. He's got an old Colt, and I remember cutting my finger, so be careful with that. The rounds, I got this Winchester box at Big Five, and I think for this box, which is, let's see, 230 grain, I think it was about 29 bucks for this, and it comes with a total of 50 rounds, and that's what it's gonna run you for. But it's not like you're gonna go there and shoot a bunch of rounds. This gun, every time I shoot it, I feel like I get my money's worth because every round, I make it count. It's very accurate, just a very accurate gun. I'm not that great of a shot, but with this one, I mean, I can pretty much hit any target when I go to the range. It's a very forgiving gun. I got it pre-owned. I got it from an older gentleman, and I got it for 500 bucks. And he didn't really want to sell it, but he knew I was very passionate about guns, and I said, I'm missing one gun in my collection, and this is the gun I want. And he said, you know what? I got a couple. Take a look at them and tell me, if you like them, and if you do, we'll make a deal. And when he said 500 bucks, I was like, done. Let me go to the ATM and I gave him the 500 bucks, and we did the transfer at our local metro station in Nevada. That's back in the days when you can do that. You can't do that anymore. And it was under my name, and I've had it for 6 years, I believe, 6, 7 years. And I love it. I don't see myself ever getting rid of it. And one of the reasons why is because every gun that I purchase, I figure that I'm gonna keep forever. I don't like buying junk. I don't just buy a gun on the whim just because I liked it. Every gun that I own, I say, would I want to pass this gun down to one of my sons, or would I want it to stay in the family? And I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't like shitty guns. If I'm gonna have something, from my guns and from my watches, from my cars, I want something that it's got history, character, and something that my kids will be proud to have. So I don't ever see myself parting with it. I hope I don't have to. I mean, I hope God forbid, I never get into a pinch where I have to sell it. But with guns, you seldom ever lose money. Guns are always worth what you pay for, at least what you pay for, if not more. So they're pretty good investments if you buy the right guns. I'm not going to get into all brands and what kind of shitty guns that are out there, but for this specific one, I know I can get my money's worth. There's a lot of stuff you can do to customize it, but I like it. I like it the way it is. I like my grips. They're pretty comfortable. These grips are, they're a brand called Petmeyer from Los Angeles, USA. I don't know, I looked them up online. They're like $45 grips, because the ones that originally come with, they're these just wooden ones, and they're a little bit abrasive on your hand. But these ones are rubber, and they're very nice. I got pretty large hands, and you know, they just fit me right. This specific gun here, it's a 5-inch barrel. It weighs around 38 ounces, and I love it. I love it. I don't know if you people out there have shot it, but the ones that have, they know that once you shoot a 45, it's kind of hard to go back to other guns. It's like you graduated into, you know, the big leagues, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of guns out there, but I'm very proud of this gun. And like I said, many of you out there might have, you know, 45. Like my brother has a 45 that's a Glock, and he loves it. I just feel that maybe it's a little bit too light for me, having a Glock being a polymer gun, and I like the weight on this gun. So this is the way you load it here. There you go. You also have this here. It's like a safety. Yeah, it's a grip safety. So they make sure that you grab it like this. So when you shoot it, you're holding the gun. It's not, you know, it's not gonna go off unless you're holding it here. You have a safety right over here, if you guys can see. Now the safety will not engage if the gun's not cocked back. What I mean by that is you have to have your trigger back here. There you go, see that? It's a trigger safety. That way you can't shoot the gun. But yeah, I like this gun. The only thing I don't like about it is cleaning it. I don't know if you guys out there have tried cleaning these guns. They're a pain. It's a bitch cleaning these guns. It has a bunch of little shits you gotta remove here. And I've done it a few times, and it's at least, for me, about a 30 to 45 minute job. And the first few times that I did it, I had to look at a YouTube video where a guy was very thorough about it, and that's how I cleaned it. But I think I was halfway into it where I was like, man, what am I doing? Why did I embark on this? But I got it done. The first time was about an hour and a half, and the second time I did it 45 minutes or so. So that's the only thing I gotta tell you to be careful with when you take it down. It's a bitch to put it back together, and you have a lot of little springs in here, and if you don't do it right, your gun can misfire. So that's a danger. So make sure when you guys do it, you know, you do it right, or if not, if you gotta hook up with a gunsmith or somebody that, you know, does this for a living and they're willing to clean it, you can do that. But with a little patience, you'd be fine. You'd be fine doing it yourself. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna review some more guns, I guess, in the future, and some more cars. So I'll let you guys know. I'll post them up there. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.